Welcome back. This is going to be the last NFT reaction video that I do for a while. We've already covered NFT investing. Amazing video. What are NFTs? Amazing video. You should definitely watch that. And now we're going to be covering number 3, one of my favorite topics of all times. Basically, how not to get scammed. But instead of that specifically, we're going to be covering NFT scams in hip-hop. Let's get started. Awesome.
This video is brought to you by Keeps.com. Stay tuned to find out more.
One of the things that keeps getting talked about are NFTs.
What the is an NFT, bro? If I'm really outside, it's just a swinging contest. And like, look, I bought a picture of a monkey. The idea of an NFT, I guess, is like art or something. But none of the examples that I've seen is like beautiful art.
Yep.
It's a monkey in a Supreme hoodie.
Yo, I've turned down.
That's true.
Today I turned down $60,000.
Here's what they offer. They'll give you a floor, which is a really good piece of project, okay? They're going to give you upfront money. They're going to give you a lot of upfront money. I've been offered hundreds of thousands of dollars for upfront to just post it. After the project releases, the value's going to go down. People give you all the time what you do milk coin. Their favorite rappers and celebrities are all doing this. They don't care.
Bro,
But they just can't tell.
Yes, even as someone who has been doing content about crypto, this has happened for me too. You guys would see the crazy DMs that I would get being like, oh, promote our project, we'll pay you this amount, and the price will be about this. Once you promote it, we anticipate it's going to be like this, and we'll tell you when to sell it before the announcement is public. Really crazy stuff like that. I've also heard like personal anecdotes from other people that I know who make crazy, like hundreds of thousands of dollars just from boosting this project, buying in when it's super early, pennies on the dollar, and basically hyping it up and then selling it before everyone else starts selling. It's really disgraceful.
Culture is governed by trends. Whether it's fashion, food, art, or anything in between, our human instinct is to try to align ourselves with what's trending and see if it's for us. And sure enough, hip-hop is no different. Since the world of crypto, NFTs, and the metaverse suddenly became a hot-button issue last year, rappers have sought to hop on the wave in every conceivable way. From becoming avid collectors to producing their own lines that offer all manner of incentives to their fans, the lucrative world of NFTs has plenty of rappers looking to get a piece of the pie. And while some have been...
So I really do think if you have good intentions and you're making an NFT collection that actually grants exclusive access to your fans and to your community and it actually rewards and is a net positive for everyone, that's amazing. But if you're creating like an NFT collection like Melania, where she created it and apparently it sold out, but it turned out that she just bought her own NFT collection.
for using this new platform to sell genuinely interesting digital items, there are others who've been accused of flagrantly scamming their fans.
I think it's scammy. People are saying to me, Ross, drop an NFT, you can make grands. But then I thought about it, I was like, look, I'd be selling worthless to my supporters. The people that put me in this position, the people whose eyeballs and clicks and views and time watched, their time invested in me, pays my bills. To me, that's just an unforgivable sin. I see a lot of these rappers dropping these NFTs, and I'm just like, you lot are scamming your fans. You don't respect your fans.
I think not just rappers, but any sort of creator or anyone who has a fan base has to be a person who's able to think long term and think win-win-win for everyone involved, not like, this is my audience and I'm going to extract as much value as them as I can while I'm relevant before it all dies down. They should definitely think more long term than that for anything in their career to be extremely successful.
All integrated into the blockchain and thus free of any physical worth, the nature of this new form of digital art has some industry titans feeling frustrated. Stop asking me to do NFTs. I'm not finna co-sign, Kanye West recently wrote on Instagram. For now, I'm not on that wave. I make music and products in the real world. But while Ye didn't explicitly say no and simply seemed unmoved by the concept, most of today's major rappers have no problem attaching their names to NFTs. Granted, it's not all so underhanded, and some people appear to be trying to push culture forward in this new realm.
Yep.
In mid-February of 2020, Snoop Dogg sold over $44 million worth of his Stashbox NFTs in just 5 days, giving fans a stake in his tracks in the process. And shortly after his purchase of the infamous Death Row Records, he also proclaimed that his planned rebirth of the iconic West Coast label will take place online.
Death Row will be an NFT label. We will be putting out artists through the metaverse, just like we broke the industry when we was the first independent to be major.
Yes, so, I mean, I don't know exactly enough about Snoop Dogg's intentions here, but the thing is, if you're an artist who actually has a good plan moving forward to bring artists into owning their work, because you can make music as NFTs and then you can always own your music.
Be the first major in the metaverse, so Death Row.
Snoop Dogg wants to pave the way so that artists will have a stake in this future inevitable metaverse. And that is a noble mission. But if you have people who are buying my NFTs and don't actually tell you like the grander vision behind it, or can give you benefits pretty much from day one, it's probably not worth.
In the same vein as Snoop, Tory Lanez released his latest project, When It's Dark, as an NFT, and as an independent artist, he set the tone for what could be conceivable if artists lead with the best of intentions.
You gotta understand it. I just sold the equivalent units at $1. Sold 1 million copies flat. Like, that's platinum, and I sold 1 million copies, and I made $1 million in less than a minute.
Similar to the Dogfather, Lanez has since doubled down and launched a new project known as Decanter that is proclaimed to be one of the biggest of 2022. If NFT...
Again, we're in the Wild West. We don't know what eventually is going to be real and stuff that's just being grifted, but only grifted for a year. You get what I'm saying?
Predominantly focused on the distribution of art to fans while cutting out the middleman, there's a chance that they would be seen as a force of good. After all, there's been no reports of scams after Nas revealed that he'd been selling off royalties of 2 of his modern era tracks in 3 tiers, starting
So Royal Tech Tidbit is very legit.
just $37. Likewise, the intentions behind MF Doom's augmented reality mask range were never seen as anything other than a chance to bolster his legacy in a way that was befitting such an iconic symbol. In an industry where labels have left countless artists out in the cold and on the wrong end of financial equations, destabilizing how we know the record label system to function, or even providing artists with other revenue streams.
So I actually don't know too much about the music industry or labels, but I did see this one TikTok that was so funny, where basically if you are an artist and they give you like a deal for $1 million or $500,000 or something like that, but it's like a 5-year contract, so you're essentially getting paid $200K a year, but after tax it's like $120K or something like that. But it's a loan, which means that you can't work for anything else until you paid off that loan, because they upfronted you that money, and the label actually won't promote you unless you're their favorite, which means you've already been successful. So you'd just be doing what you're already doing as an indie artist, except you're stuck in a contract with a label and they're just profiting massively off of your work. And so NFTs, especially with like music NFTs, provide this alternative way of funding and financing your career and connecting directly with your fans and knowing and tracking that engagement for you to be more independent and not have to rely on a label and make more money and own more of everything that you have.
Absolutely seems like a good thing. However, the problems arise when you dig a little deeper and see just how much of a deceptive frontier this new emerging metaverse can be. Unsurprisingly, one rapper who's been accused of shamelessly cashing in on the NFT craze,
Who would have known?
Tekashi69. Alright, so I want to take a quick break to thank our friends at Keeps.com. For anyone that's endured a battle with thinning or receding hair, you know that it can be a real uphill battle. Even game
Yes, that is not me. Well, a little bit, but
that was based off its digital artwork, but within 2 months of its October launch, it was revealed to be an exercise in grifting his fan base to the tune of over 4 million in sales,
that's really messed up.
leaving those who purchased the tokens high and dry.
Since this space is unregulated, decentralized, and whatever other buzzword I need to add in, the developers can just bounce whenever they want, leaving everyone stranded. The project never even sold out, and that's because the organizers suddenly decided to stop minting. When Jacob became a minter, the Trolls team was still telling people that there would eventually be 9,669 NFTs. Something I noticed about the investors in these NFT projects is that people are buying in with the expectations of making money. These projects and communities are being sold as long-term memberships, but everyone is trying to turn it into a short-term flip. I think that's partially why a lot of people are getting burned.
That number was 6,969 just about a week into the project's existence online. 2 days later, with 4,797 NFTs out in the world, the ability to mint vanished.
Another
Yeah, look, are you surprised this is what Tekashi69 did? If you are a fan, I'm not saying you should know better.
moderator called Crazy Troll soon promised members that Danny would address those situations soon. Instead, the musician deleted his Instagram post advertising the NFTs and changed his profile picture from one of the cartoon avatars to a photo of himself.
This, coupled with
See, that's not the problem with the NFTs, though. That's the problem with 69. That is a character issue. And NFTs was just an easier way of making that happen, but if it wasn't NFTs or crypto, it could have been some other sort of like worse form of Patreon or something, and 69 would have still taken advantage of it.
on the Trolls Discord server telling Rolling Stone that words such as scam, ban, and floor price were banned from use, 6ix9ine's hastiness in distancing himself from the whole debacle would insinuate that what's known in the crypto world as a rug pull was perpetrated. In layman's terms, this basically means that the artists have helped to lure their audience in with the promise of something sustainable only for their
And so another thing is, like, this could have not been 69. This could have been his team. So I'm not placing the entire blame anywhere, honestly. It's just that's part of his brand, and that's what his team decided was a good thing to do.
to go undelivered. In extreme cases, this can even lead to the value or price to drop to zero. However, 6ix9ine is not alone in standing accused of taking part in a rug pull, as in September of last year, it was suggested that the Lil Uzi co-signed Eternal Beings was a scam of a similar kind that used his promotion and the promise of an exclusive live performance with Uzi as a means of enticing fans in. And on the subject of the XXL freshman class of 2016, Lil Yachty has been covered by Jamari, who has devoted a whole series of videos to rooting out scams as one of the main offenders who have fleeced their fans, namely through his widely promoted collaboration with Fuse, which essentially crashed and burned on arrival.
They're still advertising Little Yachty times Fayus, despite the fact that this Yachty coin has already lost all of its value. As they were selling this, it was pretty much like you were betting on Little Yachty's career, and if Little Yachty kept accelerating and had like some hit songs and stuff, your coin is going to shoot up. You're going to make so much money. We want to make everyone a millionaire.
This definitely is a premise of this thing going on since at least the last year/2 years about something creator coin or investing in a creator. For example, I make content. If I made my own creator coin, say I am a Kryptonite token, and you guys all bought it for, I don't know, like $1, well, like 1 cent per, and I was selling like 1 million or like 10 million of these, with the premise that as part of owning this token, you also get royalties of my AdSense or my future sponsorship. So in essence, you're kind of investing in me like I'm a public company. This is kind of what Lil Yachty was advertising, was that if you bought his NFTs, you're basically owning a portion of his success. But as this video is saying, he was lying.
as you can see here, they did some NFTs with Lil Yachty, something I also consider to be a huge scam. I mean, it's either that or all these rich celebrities are laundering money through these NFTs. If you have extra money to invest, do not buy an NFT. It's already been proven that like 99% of them are going to be absolutely useless, and pretty soon that number will probably be much closer to 100%. So
Yes, I'm probably going to stop the video here, but I'm 2/3 of the way. I think this is an amazing video if you're really interested in scams and hip-hop. Concerning NFTs, definitely watch this. Amazing narration. Yes, I think like if you were to choose to invest in something, invest in the S&P 500 if you're American, invest in real estate, invest in Bitcoin or Ethereum, you know, invest in your own education and your skills. If you're not able to bring in X amount of income to make you feel psychologically safe, don't be gambling, because this is essentially what it is. You cannot call investing in NFTs investing unless you're a legitimate investor and not just a gambler with 2 months of experience. Anyways, this is a channel for crypto reactions, and the next videos I'm going to be covering are DAOs in crypto. So stay tuned for that one.